The King arrived here at Westminster Cathedral, Duchess of Kent's funeral here. The members of the royal family who've gathered here to pay their respects and attend this Requiem Mass for the Duchess of Kent.
As the royal family prepares for Catherine, Duchess of Kent's sad farewell, an unexpected situation has arisen that is grabbing attention worldwide. King Charles, who already carries the burden of tradition and responsibility, is now dealing with Catherine's final wish, one that she included in her last will. This matter is not just about inheritance. It is personal, emotional, and could stir controversy. As they plan the funeral, Charles's choice could forever change the monarchy's legacy. A royal farewell, rooted in faith. Recently, Kensington Palace fell silent as the royal team announced the sad news of the passing of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Kent's oldest royal family member. She died peacefully at 92, surrounded by her loved ones. This moment reminds us of the fragility of life and the love she had until the end. The Duchess held a remarkable legacy built over her long life, showing resilience and dedication. She witnessed significant historical events, including wars and changes in the monarchy. Rather than seeking attention, she played a steady role within the royal family. Her death also illuminates her strong faith as a devoted Catholic Christian. This is notable in a monarchy closely tied to the Church of England for centuries. While many royal family members followed tradition, she stayed true to her beliefs. Her conversion to Catholicism was a deeply considered decision that became important to her later in life. Her faith shaped her life, guiding her values and decisions. She clearly expressed her wishes for her funeral, and the family she supported throughout her life is honoring those wishes now. The Duchess was not a distant relative. She was the wife of the Duke of Kent, cousin to the late Queen Elizabeth II and aunt to King Charles III. This close connection meant great respect and responsibility, and now Charles ensures her memory is honored. According to royal reporter Danielle Stacey, her funeral will be a full Catholic service. This choice is significant, recognizing her personal faith and its impact on the royal family. Danielle mentioned that her decision to convert wasn't impulsive, but a thoughtful journey that began and finished in 1994. That year marked a historic moment, as it was the first time in over 300 years that a royal openly embraced Catholicism. She chose this to demonstrate how modern royalty can adapt to changing values and beliefs. As the family grieves, they must also respect a faith that has historically clashed with their traditions. Questions surround her final wishes. Could they reveal hidden secrets or challenges for the future of the monarchy? Speculation about whether her decisions hold deeper meanings for the royal family today is widespread. People are eager to learn more as this situation unfolds. How the Duchess of Kent changed royal history. The palace announced that it will honor the Duchess of Kent's wishes for her funeral. This shows respect for her place in the royal family and her personal beliefs. It highlights that there's space to recognize someone's unique spiritual journey, even in a long-standing institution like the monarchy. Many people are curious about her strong faith. What influenced a royal to make a bold choice? In a candid BBC interview, Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, spoke openly about her spiritual side. She said she was drawn to Catholicism because of its clear structure. She liked having guidance in her life. Faith was like a map to follow, not a set of limiting rules. Catherine expressed that she enjoyed knowing what was expected of her, like going to church on Sundays. This wasn't about fear, but her desire for order and purpose. Catholicism was her spiritual home, a choice she made after deep reflection. Her decision also carries historical weight. Since the Glorious Revolution in 1688, British royals have been closely tied to Protestantism. For over 300 years, no monarch or direct heir could be Catholic or marry one. In 2013, the rules changed to allow heirs to marry Catholics, but the monarch must still be Protestant. Catherine's conversion in 1994 was necessary because it symbolized a shift. It showed that personal beliefs can matter even in traditional settings. King Charles III plans to honor her wishes by having a proper Catholic service for her funeral. This goes beyond family tradition. It shows that the monarchy can be compassionate and adaptable. In a time when old institutions face criticism, this shows they can change while staying true to their values. It proves that personal faith can coexist with royal traditions, making her story significant to the monarchy's evolution. Her conversion was private but became public, showing her bravery and commitment to her truth, even if it went against history. Having her funeral reflect that journey feels appropriate, as if her choices still resonate. Catherine's life was not just about faith and history. She also kept a low profile, known for her gracious style, love for music and the arts, and support for charities. The palace's respect for her faith is noteworthy, but only part of her identity. Explore her life further. There may be even more surprising aspects. The Duchess of Kent's untold journey. History often highlights grand events, the crowns, ceremonies, and all the show. But sometimes, it's the quieter choices of one person that create real change. The Duchess of Kent didn't seek fame or cause scandals and avoided the dramatic stories typical of royal life. She made a lasting impact by trusting her instincts and choosing an unexpected path. Her funeral isn't just a farewell, it's a significant moment in British history. The service at Westminster Cathedral will be remembered when traditional customs met personal beliefs, allowing the monarchy to adjust its strict rules. How did this woman, often considered a supportive royal spouse, become central to a history-making funeral? To understand, we must look back to her origins. Catherine Lucy. Mary Worsley was born on February 22, 1933, at her family's estate, Hovingham Hall, in the beautiful Yorkshire countryside. As the youngest child and only daughter of Sir William Worsley, she grew up in a classic upper-class English setting. Unlike some spoiled in such environments, her upbringing kept her grounded in rural life, community spirit, and values, emphasizing authenticity over show. Becoming a royal was never part of her plans for the future, but life took an unexpected turn in the late 1950s. During this transformative period, she met Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, a first cousin of Queen Elizabeth II. Their relationship gradually blossomed discreetly, away from media scrutiny and the endless chatter of high society. This slow-paced romance allowed them to build a genuine connection based on mutual respect and affection. The highlight of their love story came on June 8, 1961, with a lavish wedding ceremony held at the historic York Minster. This occasion was particularly significant, as it marked the first royal wedding in this magnificent cathedral in over 600 years. The event was steeped in rich tradition and elegance, drawing crowds that lined the streets of York, eager to glimpse the couple. Millions more followed the ceremony through extensive media coverage via newspapers and radio broadcasts. This grand celebration signified the union of two individuals and heralded the beginning of her new role as the Duchess of Kent. This title would define her life within the royal family and beyond. In the following decades, she embraced her role by attending state events, supporting her husband, and winning the public's affection. She notably became well known for her involvement at Wimbledon, starting in 1969, where she presented trophies with her warm smile and calm demeanor. Beneath the radiant facade of royal life, she nurtured a deep passion for music and education that set her apart. Instead of remaining secluded within the opulent confines of the palace, she actively engaged with the community, forming meaningful connections with schools and students, and passionately advocating for the arts. By the vibrant decades of the 1970s and 1980s, she had gracefully evolved into a figure who embodied both regal composure and maternal devotion, lovingly guiding her three children, George, Helen, and Nicholas, while balancing her royal responsibilities. To the public, she epitomized the ideal royal, beaming with warmth, tirelessly championing charitable causes, and upholding the time-honored traditions of her lineage. Yet beneath this polished exterior lay a burgeoning spiritual awakening that resonated deeply within her soul. This inner journey began to steer her toward uncharted territories, prompting unexpected choices that would redefine her legacy. As she embraced this new path, she transformed her life and left an indelible mark on those around her, crafting a memorable legacy that would resonate for generations. What happens when a duchess raised in luxury chooses simplicity over glamour? How does she transition to a more modest life? And why would this disturb the monarchy? Stay tuned, we're just at the beginning of this intriguing story. The Duchess who turned silence into history. Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, quietly converted to Catholicism without drawing much attention. This decision challenged long-standing royal traditions. Her choice made her more than just the Duke's wife. She symbolized how personal beliefs can shape a legacy. After a while, she made an even bolder move by gradually stepping back from public life. By 2002, she had given up her title, Her Royal Highness, and embraced a new beginning. She attended a school in Hull, introduced herself as Mrs. Kent, and taught music to children who didn't know about her royal background. To them, she was simply a kind teacher who helped boost their confidence and inclusion. This change seemed simple, but it was actually groundbreaking. Royals typically keep their distance from the public, but she humbly broke that norm. In 2004, she co-founded Future Talent, a charity focused on helping underprivileged children pursue music careers. This matched her love for music, her desire to help others, and her spiritual beliefs. Catherine openly discussed her struggles with depression, showing a rare vulnerability for someone in her position. She shared the deep sorrow from the loss of her child in 1977, an event that shaped her resilience and connected her with others who faced similar grief. These honest moments revealed her strength and the humanity beneath her royal image. Her strong faith played a key role in her life. Over the years, she quietly attended Catholic services and avoided the spotlight that often follows public figures. For Catherine, living out her beliefs was more important than just talking about them. This commitment gave her life purpose and guided her choices. Her funeral, with Catholic rites at Westminster Cathedral, highlighted her authentic life and values. By summer 2025, Catherine enjoyed a peaceful private life at Kensington Palace with Prince Edward. They spent their days nurturing family ties, deepening their faith, and doing charity work. Friends described her as very content, filling her free time with music, prayer, and reflection. On the calm night of September 4th, she passed away peacefully at 92, surrounded by loved ones. The next morning, Buckingham Palace announced her death in a quiet, respectful manner, leading to national mourning. People across the UK and beyond shared tributes, remembering her journey from a humble girl in Yorkshire to a beloved royal wife and a dedicated teacher in Hull. The palace confirmed her funeral plans at Westminster Cathedral, where a complete Catholic Requiem Mass would take place. This farewell was a significant honor, celebrating her strong faith, service, and challenge to traditional royal norms. This meaningful service raises questions about the monarchy's past relationship with the Catholic Church, especially given its previous hesitations about embracing Catholicism. It encourages us to consider what such a deeply spiritual farewell means for a modern monarchy facing the challenges of tradition and faith. Stay tuned for more insights on this critical change. The funeral that redefined the monarchy. There has never been an event quite like this in recent royal history. Newspapers nationwide featured striking headlines, a historic farewell, and the first Catholic royal funeral in centuries. The excitement in the air showed how much the public cared. Britain was still getting used to King Charles III's reign, and this momentous event unexpectedly changed the monarchy's story. Catherine's funeral was more than just a goodbye. It marked a significant change within the royal family. Thanks to a duchess who put her faith before long-held traditions, topics that were once taboo started to be discussed openly. Her conversion to Catholicism in 1994 highlighted this shift. Her passing changed royal customs and left a lasting impact on the institution. Many tributes poured in, capturing the profound significance of the moment. King Charles and Queen Camilla spoke fondly of her unwavering faith and kindness, showing how her spiritual journey affected her family and public life. Prince William and Princess Kate shared memories of her love for music and her dedication to education and community service. Even Prince Harry, usually quiet about royal matters, paid tribute to their close bond. The public also shared their sorrow, respect, and admiration for the change happening before them. Suddenly, her life story had new importance. Catherine was no longer just a duchess seen as stepping away from royal duties or a teacher working behind the scenes. She became a trailblazer. Her funeral honored her legacy and opened a new chapter in British history. This was not an ordinary royal farewell, but a significant change that challenged long-standing rules. Her incredible journey began in Hovingham Hall, continued with a grand wedding at York Minster, and blossomed at Wimbledon, where she comforted winners and losers. Yet, her true legacy went beyond glamour. It was her brave acceptance of her faith and her willingness to share her struggles while living with humility and dignity. Her conversion to Catholicism, once just a detail in a royal biography, now stood out as a key part of her life. She ensured that her goodbye was heartfelt and genuine by staying true to her beliefs. In a monarchy often seen as outdated, she showed how one person can bring real change through authentic actions instead of grand gestures. Catherine's funeral aimed to reflect her life sincerely, reminding everyone that even the oldest traditions can evolve through genuine conviction. In this way, Catherine's farewell has become part of history, showing the strength of authenticity. What other subtle yet impactful choices might she have made that still resonate in the royal family today? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.